Easiest way out is I just get my feet out in front of me so they don't get trapped underneath when I come down. Because if they're back here and I go to lean forward, they're gonna trap underneath me, and it's a good way to get hurt. I just reach for the floor and I use this hand on the chair to stabilize, because there's no brakes on this chair, but if you have brakes, I suggest put them on, especially learning to try, or if this is your first time to try this, have someone stand behind. So Steph could stand behind me here. That way I know it's not going to shoot away as I go. And you can put your hand on the opposite side. So now I'm taking a lot of load right here right now until I can unweight my bum. And then it's just basically like an awkward dip. This arm's going to come down and I'm still using this. This arm's not just hanging on, it's holding me, right? So I can get into this position, and I have to bring my hips underneath me, because if I don't, if I go bam, all that load comes down on one hip. So I have to be able to come from this sideways position and swing my hips underneath. That's done. I don't know mechanically I do it, but I think it's loads on this shoulder and I change. So here the load is coming off, and there's a lot of load now on this one to switch through. And then I'm in this seated position.
How do you get back in?
This has always been the struggle. I'm actually going to do it from the opposite direction so you can see from this side. This is a big survival skill. People don't realize how big a survival skill this is for someone in a chair, but it is. So I try to pin this leg with the far side. So actually where I'm loaded up right now, I'm actually sitting past the chair. If you see, like my butt's even with wheel, it's not actually, I'm not gonna sit right here, I'm gonna sit here, but I need to be able to, same position, need to be able to unweight, and then I'm gonna actually drop my shoulder. It's a little scary of a position, but I need to get my butt this high. I'm obviously not gonna be able to dip with one arm straight up and then go across, so I have to be able to, I'm gonna point my butt into that seat, and I'm gonna push off of this leg. Even though I'm paralyzed, part of the things we're working on now is where does the tension create enough that maybe I can drive out of this leg? So this is early development, but I'm gonna push, I'm gonna point my shoulders down, I'm gonna stick my butt in the air. Now I'm here, this is a tough spot to get out of, so you wanna walk your hand back and then up, and then you're good. Get your shoulders back. The minute you can get your shoulders back, so from that position, just hold that so it doesn't take off on me again. From this position, it's like, if you think about the turn through on a muscle up, right? There's a point in time there where you have to transition. This is a transition point. I have to be able to push and commit to get my shoulders back, because when my shoulders go back, it will bring the rest of my body back. If I push up and keep my shoulders over, I'm still here. I'm caught, right? So I have to, there's a point here where you actually have to disengage. You're not gonna have much stability to get to that point. And it's gotta be a quick arm movement to here, and up. And then you're in.